how would you, teach somebody to change their mindset?
I am getting into real estate now. Just joined Mint Real Estate.
Oh,
They're
that's
based
cool.
out of Orange County. They're growing in the Temecula-Murrieta area as well. So
I know those
excited
guys. They're
to.
pretty. Success isn't built overnight. I know that's for
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah.
It's built through those small steps and big lessons.
Mhm.
Do you agree with that? Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of What is Your Story, where we interview some amazing entrepreneurs, business owners, nonprofits on this episode. And wanted to introduce myself. My name is Louis Sarkis. I'm your host, the founder of Service Zoom Marketing Agency and Temecula Valley Business Network right here in Temecula. Today on this show, we are interviewing Gavin Johns. I can't wait to hear about your story, Gavin. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Louis. Super excited. And excited for the podcast as well.
Yeah, welcome. So I wanted to bring you on this show because I know you're going to inspire somebody out there today with your story. Let's start from the beginning. What is your story? How did you become who you are now? Tell
Yeah.
me.
I feel like that's a loaded question, but I mean, there's a lot to it. Everyone has a story, right? Everyone's been through difficulties, overcome challenges in life. And mine was, my background was in baseball in high school. And I was always motivated to one day, play in college and then professionally. And, I just felt like I had some doubters early on in my career and, just had to persevere through that, have that mental strength. Ended up going to junior college my freshman year, Yavapai Junior College. And we had a slow start to the season, but we can go more in depth later on. But essentially, overcame a lot of challenges that year and ended up, by the grace of God, we won the national championship. So that was a big year. From there, played baseball at UCLA and then had a really significant elbow injury. So I had elbow surgery, was out for a whole year. And just really difficulty. Went through a lot of depression, things like that. But really, those pivotal moments really strengthened my character through those difficulties. Also strengthened my faith.
Okay.
During those difficulties, I had to rely on God. Growing up, went to church a couple times, but my faith really strengthened when I went through those difficult challenges. And then later on, started playing professional baseball, had a good opportunity, enjoyed it, decided, I wanted to transition into the next career. So worked a couple different jobs and then started doing some leadership, some mindset coaching, and now into real estate. So it's been a great journey. Getting married next year, so that's exciting.
No way.
Yeah. So
That's exciting.
Yeah, a lot of good things going on. But
Are you getting married in Temecula?
getting married in Murrieta.
Oh,
So
Murrieta,
just
okay.
the next town over. So yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah, thanks for asking.
So let's dig deep a little bit more about your coaching and mindset
Yeah.
programs.
Mhm.
What do you do? How would you, teach somebody to change their mindset?
Exactly. So the first thing is really just learning about the person, right? Because everyone's different. So learning about the person, getting a baseline, right? Because if you don't know where you're at, then how are you going to get to where you want to go, right? So there's like point A, point B. Point A is where you're at, point B is where you want to go. And I help people get from point A to point B, right? Bring out the best in them, right? Because at the end of the day, life, it's really up to ourselves, right? We got to make those decisions to improve our life for the better, whether it's in our health, in our finances, in our relationships, in our business, in our community, in our faith. It's ultimately a personal decision for everybody. You can, sleep all day and eat, chips and sit on the couch, or you can, get up and take positive action, right?
That's right.
So the mindset is huge. I'm always big on number one, like integrity, doing the right thing, always being honest, definitely working hard. Definitely, good things come to those who work hard, right?
That's right.
And then having an optimistic mindset, because we live in a world of negativity. It's just what it is, right? But I feel like God has called, you, me, others to be different, right? To be those change makers, to have that optimistic mindset that even though there's difficulties around us, that we can wake up, be grateful, be thankful, and really do the best we can each day.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, by starting your business, what you are doing now, how did the path lead to where you are now, from before to now?
Yeah, of course. So the business has been a little bit minimal just recently. I am still serving individuals and some businesses, a little limited, but like I was telling you, I am getting into real estate now. Just joined Mint Real Estate.
Oh,
They're
that's
based
cool.
out of Orange County. They're growing in the Temecula-Murrieta area as well. So
I know those
excited
guys. They're
to,
pretty
yeah,
huge.
yeah, excited to just be a part of that and add
They're
value.
out of San Diego, right?
Out of Orange County,
Orange
out of
County.
Orange
Okay.
County, Costa Mesa area. So really excited, but yes, I mean, I still, when I find time, still do some consulting or personal coaching services as far as, motivation coach, life coach. And so what that kind of looks like I said, is, getting that baseline, helping people set goals,
Yeah.
right? And then really encouraging them and holding them accountable to achieve their goals.
Nice.
A lot of times people I've found why they're not achieving their goals is, one, they've either not set goals, or two, they don't have someone to hold them accountable and encourage them through the journey, right? Because a lot of successful people, it's difficult. The road to success is difficult. It's not easy, but it's a lot more manageable when you have positive people around you. That's why I like hanging out with you, Louis. You're
Thank
always
you.
positive.
Thank you. That's why I wanted you to be on my podcast.
Yeah,
As a matter of
absolutely.
fact, I'm so honored to have you. So, what has been your proudest moment as a business owner so far,
A lot of proud moments. Let's see. Proudest moment as a business owner.
or as
That's
a mindset coach?
yeah, as a mindset coach. I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot of individuals that I've been blessed to be able to help. Just, I don't know, one is kind of off the top of my head was I got asked to go do motivational speaking for a whole football team in Tennessee. So I was actually traveling across the country, and Tennessee was on the way, and I stopped there. And yeah, I got to
That
speak.
was cool.
Yeah, it was super cool. Got to speak to them. I've done motivational speaking on different levels before, but that was cool, having almost 100 people there, and the youth, inspiring the next generation
Yes.
to, one, to assure them that they're not alone, right? Like, mental health is a serious thing nowadays. So assure them they're not alone.
Yeah.
And then two, be able to really just give them that boost in whatever they need, whether they're a 5-star recruit wide receiver or they've never played a game, right? Everyone can add value to the team, just like in life, everyone can add value. So
Yeah.
that was the message I brought to them. They were super inspired. They ended up winning their next couple games, which is super cool.
No way.
And still keep in contact with some people there. And yeah, just super exciting. Just seeing those like transformations, being able to positively impact someone's life, seeing a positive transformation. And it's really rewarding, not always just monetarily, but also, just relationships and seeing that aha moment for people, that light turn on. Super
Yeah.
rewarding. Yeah.
I love hearing about those moments.
Yeah.
But success isn't built overnight. I know that's for sure.
Yeah.
It's built through those small steps and big lessons.
Mhm.
Do you agree with that?
Absolutely. Yeah. The compound effect, right?
Yeah.
Can't remember who wrote that book, but that's a huge principle, those positive habits. I definitely agree.
So let's go over like your daily routine.
Yeah,
Tell me about your morning routine.
of
What do
course.
you do when you first get up in the morning?
Yeah. Wake up. First thing I do is use the restroom probably. Get ready. I get my Bible. You didn't expect that. Got to keep you on your toes over there. No,
I'm gonna have to cut that.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's all good.
I'm sure everyone does that.
I grab
First
my.
thing I do is have a coffee. I have to have my coffee.
There you go.
Do you like
Nice.
coffee or tea?
I drink coffee once in a while. I try not to drink it too much.
Right.
Lately, I found myself drinking it more than I'd like to. But I like to just try to get a good night's rest so I can have energy through the day. But first thing I
But
do.
you can't have coffee in the morning?
No, I mean, I just try to limit the caffeine
Oh, that's
intake.
cool.
But
Okay. Okay.
after that, first thing I do
We're gonna
is
end this podcast now
I do
because I love coffee.
there you
I'm
go.
sorry. Just kidding. But no,
No.
okay. So what do you do first thing in the
Yeah,
morning?
I do a Bible
People want to
study.
hear.
I do a Bible study with my fiance
Oh, that's
on the
good. What
phone.
time do you get up?
Um, it depends. Can't give you all my secrets, Louis. You gotta
Come
come
on,
on
people
now.
want to know how you're so successful.
Yeah, whenever I get up, I get up. It depends, right? But try to get up early in the morning, and yeah, we have a Bible study on the phone as she's on her way to work. She's a
Oh,
teacher,
that's
so we call it the Jesus Boost. So it's our way to start the day, set the tone, and then after that, go to the gym. So, the physical health connects to the
it's
mental
important.
health, right? Yeah, just getting the body moving, feeling strong, feeling healthy, and then start the day. I mean, every day is different,
Yeah,
but
of course.
I like to do my hardest tasks in the beginning of the day, depending on the schedule, just when I
Yeah,
have the most focus, mental energy, and then usually have, yeah, some meetings, phone calls, networking events,
yeah,
TVBN,
yeah,
shout out
yeah, yeah.
TVBN,
Thanks for coming
of
to those.
course.
So, I love that you do Bible study with
Mm.
your wife. Like I never thought of you can do that even on the phone. That's awesome.
Yes, yeah.
So I do that sometimes, in the morning and
Mm.
like over coffee at home. We'll read a devotional or something,
Mm.
but over the phone, that's never heard that before.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. We
good.
keep it simple, nothing too lengthy, just like a Bible verse or a few, and then
Yeah,
say, hey, what encouragement did you receive from this? And everything's kind of different, but it's always good to encourage and inspire each other, especially in a relationship. There can be difficulties, just like in life, but it's
absolutely.
always to be able to encourage each other and with God at the center, that's the ultimate
No,
strength.
100%.
Yeah.
So tell me, how do you stay motivated or focused when things get tough?
Yeah. That's a good question. I think definitely the people around me, when I am most down is when I'm alone, when I'm not surrounding myself with people. I'm such a people person. I haven't always been like that. I used to
Hmm.
be super introverted, but I've learned just the value of surrounding myself with a good community, whether it's family,
Yeah,
friends, business people. Definitely my fiance is at the top of the list, right?
yes,
God, my fiance, family, and then, friends, work, everything like that. So just community.
that's
Yeah, that
good.
helps me motivated.
How important is mindset or faith in your business journey?
Huge. Yeah, it's everything. When my faith is not strong, my mindset is not strong, and it affects everything else, right?
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, just having the faith strong, praying, reading the Bible, and then having the positive mindset. I started doing a gratitude journal about a year ago,
yeah.
maybe more, maybe a couple years ago. But every day, writing down at least 5 to 7 things I'm grateful for,
You
and
still do that?
I still do it,
Okay.
and write down why I'm grateful for it, because sometimes I focus on things that I don't have, things that I'm trying to achieve,
Yeah.
and it discourages me. So I heard that from a couple of successful people, that if you write down what you're grateful for, you're reminded of the blessings you already have,
Yes.
and it brings you more peace, more joy, and it actually allows you to be able to, handle more in life, right?
Yeah.
And I'll be able to receive more blessings too, right? But sometimes when I'm on E, I'm not grateful, and then I get back in that gratitude mindset, that abundance
You gotta fill
mindset.
that tank.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, so here we go. What's one piece of advice you would give to someone thinking about starting their own business?
Thinking about starting their own business, I would say definitely ask someone questions that has done it before, whatever you're trying to do in a
Yeah.
successful field. Like when I was a baseball player, I always asked the most successful players, what does it take? Now I'm
Yeah.
in business, the most successful people, hey, what do you do? What does it take? So, not trying to reinvent the wheel. Obviously, you're always trying to learn and grow and
Yeah.
innovate, but also learning. I read a lot of books. So, reading, leaders are readers. So, being able to read as much as I can.
So you said you read a lot of books. So
Yes.
tell me about, or tell the audience,
Yeah.
what are the top three books that you read and why?
Yeah. A lot of different books. I like obviously the Bible, and then Lewis Howes. He's got a few books that are good. Definitely Napoleon Hill. Definitely Tony Robbins.
Yeah.
Um, and then I can't remember what
Have you
this.
read the whole Bible?
I have actually. Yes.
Entire?
Yep. Yeah. I read the whole Bible.
My
Um,
mom did that. And I'm yet to do it, but she read it in Arabic and in English, the
nice. That's
entire book,
impressive.
like the whole thing.
That's awesome.
That's awesome that you did that too.
Yeah, I
I'm
did. I
trying to
did
get
a
there.
while ago. I can't say I fully comprehended everything I read, and
That's
now
why we
I'm.
have Bible studies and everything like that.
Yeah, yeah. Now I'm trying to, hey, break it down. Let's simplify it.
Yeah.
Whether I'm researching like what does this word mean online, or asking people, what is this passage saying? The Bible is difficult to
And now
read.
they have you have Chat GPT. You can just ask
Yeah,
Chat
you can
GPT,
chat
what does this
GPT it.
mean? And
Exactly. So yeah, just trying to always learn and grow. Definitely.
what's one quote or mindset you live by?
That's a
I
good
know
one.
you love putting your quotes. As a matter of fact, I was on Instagram, your Instagram, and I saw a quote. I was, saw a quote that you put up there
Yeah.
by Mandela, I think.
Yeah. Mm.
And can you tell me about that?
Which one? I put a couple up for Mandela.
The
Nelson Mandela.
the latest one. I think it was a winner is a dreamer who never
Mm.
gives up.
Yeah.
Tell me more about that. Is
You're
that
talking about
one of your favorite
on the
quotes?
video I took.
Yeah, the one on
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah. Winner is a dreamer who never gives up. Yeah. That's a great quote. Nelson Mandela, super inspiring. Nobel Peace Prize winner, amazing impact, world impact.
Mhm.
The one I always go to,
Yeah.
honestly, that's just helped me through a lot of difficulties is Romans 12:12.
Okay.
To rejoice in hope, be patient in tribulation, be constant in prayer. The other one I like is Frederick Douglass, without struggle, there can be no progress. So I don't know if you knew I have a book, but I wrote a book.
You wrote a book?
Yeah, called Laugh in the Face of Adversity.
You told me you wrote a book, but
Yeah.
I didn't know that it's out there.
Yep, it's available on Amazon
Okay.
on paper copy, or Apple Bookstore as an ebook. I think I lost my account, so I don't even get paid for those sales anymore. But it's a good read if you want to read it.
Can you get me one and sign it?
If you buy one, I'll sign it. How
Okay,
about
I'll buy one for
you. But yeah, it's just about like my uncle Mike. He's the city manager for a town in Massachusetts,
Okay.
and super inspiring to me in life. Just leadership. He comes from a big military background. He was a helicopter pilot in the military, and just great leadership, great strong faith as well.
Mhm.
But he always said, when you're facing difficulties in life, you got two choices.
Yeah.
One, you can either give up and back down. Number two, you can just face the challenge head on and be stronger through it, right? So he always
I
said,
like number 2.
yeah. He was always like, you got to laugh in the face of adversity. He said that. I was like, what does that mean? He's like, two things. One, he's like, you got to have like a humble confidence that you're going to overcome the challenge that you're facing in life, whatever it is. It's like, you got to just laugh in the face of adversity, like a humble confidence, a little smirk. And then number two, like I said, is like, you just got to face that challenge head on, right? You can't back down, got to face it head on.
Kind of like how you face your challenge.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was the premise of the book.
Yeah.
There's all glory to God, just overcoming life's challenges, right? Everyone's going through something, but the purpose of that book was to give people inspiration and encouragement to overcome challenges in their life.
How do you want your story to inspire others?
Yeah, definitely inspire others just to live a faith-filled life, purpose-driven life. God transformed my life 1000%. And that would be one big one. Number two is just like to value family and community. And then number three, I'd probably say to just find things in life that you enjoy doing that are healthy and do them on a consistent basis. Because when I started doing that, I feel like a lot of value came to my life and the quality of my life improved. Some of those things include going on nature walks, doing painting, and just like fun artistic things, like going to a museum, or like me and my fiance were going to be going to the pumpkin patch soon, just fun
Oh
things like
yeah,
that. You know what I mean?
the one here local,
Yeah. Peltzer.
Belzer.
I haven't always like done fun things like that. Growing up, I was always just like focus, 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 work hard, work hard, work hard.
Yeah,
Like baseball, 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 or it's like business, business. But I've learned, just as you know, it's like balance is good,
yeah, balance is
It's
good.
hard, like when you're achieving success though, to be able to put that time in there because you think you're gonna like get behind. But what I've found is like when I do those things, they actually recharge me,
Yeah.
give me more fuel to do what I'm good at and do what I love to do. So yeah.
Share the museum part. What museums have
Yeah.
you visited and where?
Yeah, of course. So it started when I was back at UCLA and going through some of those difficulties I shared.
Hmm.
I actually talked with a psychiatrist when I was there, and he was like, "Hey, Gavin, like, what do you enjoy doing outside of baseball?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Going to the gym." He's like, "What? Got anything else you like doing?" And I was like, "Not really, just like baseball, gym, and school, right?" He's like, "Well, the next 7 days before I see you next," because like I said, I was going through some mental difficulties, right? And then he said, "I want you to take a journal and write down as many things as you can that you see other people doing that are enjoyable to them." I was like, okay. Didn't really see the purpose of it.
Yeah.
So literally the very next day, I'm walking around like Westwood right there. There's like some nice restaurants, shops, things like that. Walking around, I see this man. He's like gardening. I was like, all right, gardening. I'm gonna write that one down. And then I saw there was an ad for like paintings. I was like, painting. Okay. So I'm writing these things down. Biking, whatever it is, just creative things. And it really inspired me that there
Yeah.
was more to life than just baseball or work or things like that. And I did those things. I was like, oh, this is gonna be boring. So I went to a museum in LA and an art museum. So when I went there, I was like, oh, this is gonna be boring. I went there. It was so much fun. Like I had so much fun looking at these sculptures and these paintings. It was just amazing. And I felt so much peace, right? I
Yeah.
was really enjoying life. And then I wasn't too stressed about baseball, right? Or the injury I was going through or
Yeah.
the life challenges, right? And I was like, wow, there is more to life than this. So then I was like, you know
I'm
what?
being
What
inspired by you right now
you are?
because I don't visit museums much, but I'm like I'm
Yeah,
going to start.
you should go.
Yeah. So that's continues.
Yeah,
And
yeah. No, of course. So I went there and then also the psychiatrist, he encouraged me. He said, "Hey, like once you get back to baseball, remember these moments, right? You can always go back to these mentally, or you can go to a museum or go do gardening or whatever it may be, go on a bike ride." And I was like, okay, okay. So then I literally had such a clear mind, such refreshed perspective in life. I was not worried about results. I went out and had pretty much some of the best practices I've ever had as I was returning from my injury. Not worried about anything.
yeah.
I used to be really self-conscious about like what other people thought about me. Sometimes I still battle with it. I'm always trying to overcome that, but it used to be a lot worse, like perfectionist and like what the coach thinks about me, what the fans think about me, what the other players,
Yes.
my own hypercritical self. But when I had that like healthy artistic escape, it allowed me to not worry about what other people thought about me in a positive way. So I would go to the baseball field and I was so confident, and everyone's like, "Hey, you're so confident. You're just having fun out here." It's like, I'm just thinking about the museum I just visited. I'm not worried about baseball.
Yeah.
So it actually helped my performance, and I still carry that today. And even this past year, before I retired from my professional baseball career, every day I went on a nature walk. I would talk with my fiance on FaceTime. I'd do a little painting, and people would be like, "Where's Gavin? He's gone for like an hour and a half." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Hey, I'm doing my thing. I'll be ready at game time." And I was every time.
Do you miss baseball?
I do sometimes. I definitely miss the relationships from the
Yeah.
people. I was talking about the other day, just the big moments, right?
Yeah.
So we played a huge game on 4th of July, and I had one of the best games of my life, and it was all glory to God. And we had tons of people, like thousands of people in the stands. And it was just in that flow state, right?
Right.
Just in that flow state. But it was just those big moments where they have their best pitcher pitching. He's bringing his A game. The media's, hyping everything up.
Right.
And those moments, those are cool. You get the chills. You're a little bit nervous, but then once you step in that box, you're just calm, you're confident, you're focused. Everything just falls into place, right? I used to have a lot of like performance anxiety. But then I started doing, a lot more praying, a lot more breathing exercise, and like I said, different healthy activities. And I never got nervous anymore in those big moments. And so I miss those. The part I don't miss is being underpaid for a minor league baseball player. I don't miss the 10-hour bus rides, right?
Yeah.
Or 15, right? From North Carolina to New York. I don't miss not seeing my fiance for 6 months. So I just weighed the pros and the cons, and I felt in my heart that God wanted me back home. And it's been such a blessing ever since. So there's been some difficulties, just finding this next career transition.
Yeah.
But I really feel like everything's falling into place now on God's timing.
Praise God.
Yeah.
So, all right. So quickly, where do you see yourself in 3 to 5 years from now?
Nice. That's funny you said that, because if you asked me that like 5, 10 years ago, I'd give you like an exact answer. This is where I want to go. This is what I want to do now. And I'm like, oh, like that's, so close. 3 to 5 years, that's nothing, but like,
I made it short
right. Yeah. But in the big
because
picture,
it's
like,
doable.
yeah, exactly. But I think like 3 to 5 years is a significant amount of time.
It is. Yeah.
You can do a lot in 3 to 5 years, right?
Things could change.
Exactly.
You never
So
know. I know you're getting married, so
yeah, I'm getting married. I'm excited.
so that's
Praise
big.
God.
That's
Yeah,
huge.
that's probably the biggest thing. 3 to 5 years, being married, having a healthy family,
Yep.
probably a couple kids by then, and raising them. And then, yeah, I see myself still in real estate, God willing, and thriving, helping people in that.
What's
in
your
that
famous
aspect.
word?
Let's go.
Let's go. All right. So we're gonna wrap it up real quick with these fun questions.
Okay.
Coffee or tea?
I'd probably say tea.
Morning or night person?
Probably in morning.
Favorite motivational quote?
Probably the without struggle, there can be no progress.
All right.
Yeah.
One word that describes you as an entrepreneur.
As an entrepreneur, I would say reliable.
Reliable.
Mm.
Well, thanks for coming on my show. What is your story? You guys, please support Gavin Johns here. And we'd love to hear your story. If you have a story that can impact people in the community, we would love to hear it. Again, I am Louis from Service Zoom Marketing Agency here in Temecula. I would love to hear your story. Thank you for joining us on this podcast. Thank you
Of
so
course.
much, Gavin.
Thank you.
Appreciate
You're
it.
the man.